10 huge EastEnders spoilers for next week. Hold on tight, EastEnders fans. Things are about to get explosive in Walford, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second of it. From Sonia uncovering Bianca's shocking confession video to Denise and Ravi's relationship being exposed in front of everyone, next week's episodes are packed with jaw-dropping moments. But that's not all. Phil Mitchell faces a life-threatening crisis, and everything could change. The drama kicks off from February 3rd to 7th, 2025, and we've got 10 huge spoilers that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Before we dive into all the drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest EastEnders gossip and spoilers. Ready to find out what's next in Walford? Let's get into it. 1. Cindy and Ian clash. Cindy's nerves are shot, as she's still waiting on the police for any updates on the case, especially with her attacker still on the loose. She's feeling the pressure and anxiously wonders what new evidence could be uncovered to bring some clarity to the situation. Ian tries to listen to his wife's growing concerns, but things quickly spiral when they clash over her accusations. What started as a conversation soon turns into a heated argument, with both of them digging in their heels, unable to see eye to eye. As tensions rise, Cindy attempts to take a step back, trying to calm things down. But her plan to ease the conflict backfires when Ian discovers that there's more going on with her than she's letting on. As the situation escalates, Cindy's mind starts to play tricks on her. In the midst of the chaos, she notices that her beloved locket is missing. Panic sets in as she jumps to the conclusion that her attacker must have taken it while they were in her home. The thought of losing such a meaningful keepsake sends her spiraling, and she becomes fixated on the idea that everything that's gone wrong ties back to that moment. Desperate for answers, Cindy convinces herself that this small piece of missing jewelry holds the key to understanding what really happened. 2. Ravi raises suspicions. After Denise overhears Ravi discussing a dodgy deal, she starts to worry that her lover is up to no good. She then asks Ravi to help her with a problem at the salon, but he turns down her request. Eventually, Jack turns up and fixes the situation, which leaves Kim wondering whether her sister's ex is the best option for her after all. Prior to this, the fragile relationship between Nugget and his dad suffers yet another blow, before Priya spots Ravi chatting away with Nicola. She eventually tries to convince her ex to stay on the right side of the law for the sake of their 2 children. But what is Ravi hiding? 3. Nigel has a date. Having agreed to a date with Norma, Nigel receives support from Yolande as he prepares himself for his special moment. At the pub, Norma turns up as expected, but she also brings along her girl pal, Livy, too. As a result, Nigel persuades Phil to join him and the 2 ladies at the table. However, Livy soon spots that his heart isn't in it, and Phil feels the need to make a swift exit. Nigel makes tracks to follow him, but he eventually backs down and chooses to share dinner with Norma instead. How will Phil cope by himself? 4. Junior makes an offer. Things are only getting more intense over at the Beale family home. With tensions running high, Junior steps in and offers Cindy a way out, giving her the chance to escape from the awkward mess she's found herself in. For a moment, it seems like Cindy might finally get some peace and clarity, but not everyone's pleased with her decision. In fact, when her family finds out where she's gone and who she's chosen to stay with, they're far from happy. As word spreads, the situation at home turns even messier. Cindy's decision to live with someone from her past only stirs up more drama, and the people closest to her aren't holding back their opinions. There's a lot of tension bubbling under the surface, and it's clear that Cindy's move is far from what her family expected. The atmosphere at home is thick with disapproval, and it's obvious that her choice is pushing everyone further apart. But the question now is, will Cindy's decision only make things worse? It seems like her move has added more fuel to the fire, and it's hard to see how this will play out. What started as a simple escape plan has snowballed into something much bigger, and now it looks like the consequences of her actions are catching up to her. Only time will tell if she can turn things around or if the damage is already done. 5. Denise and Ravi are exposed. Denise and Ravi have managed to keep their secret relationship hidden, but things take a dramatic turn when it's exposed after a run-in involving Bernie. The news quickly spreads, and it's not long before Chelsea and Jack find out, leaving them struggling to process Denise's betrayal. As the fallout begins, Kim and Yolande step in to offer Denise some much-needed support as she grapples with her feelings. But things take a serious turn when tensions explode, and Ravi and Jack finally come face-to-face at the Vic, setting the stage for even more drama to unfold. 6. Lauren voices her doubts. Lauren can't help but worry about her cousin, so she heads over to see Sonia for a heart-to-heart. She comes clean about how she really feels about Bianca's so-called confession video, and it's clear she's got serious doubts. Lauren's not afraid to speak her mind, and she points out that Sonia's not entirely convinced by what Bianca said either. It's like a weight lifts off Sonia's shoulders as she realizes that someone else gets where she's coming from. In a rare moment of honesty, Sonia opens up to Lauren and confesses that she believes Bianca made that video to cover her own back. Sonia's starting to feel like there's more to it, but she's torn on what to do next. Will she stand by her sister and try to prove her innocence, or is this video just the beginning of a bigger mess? It's a tough spot for Sonia, and she's got some big decisions ahead if she wants to get to the bottom of things. 7. Phil is hospitalized. After popping by the Vic for a quick visit, Phil decides to head over to his garage, but things quickly take a turn for the worse. He gets himself into a pretty dangerous situation, one that could have serious consequences. It's clear that he's not thinking straight, and soon enough Harry arrives for his shift, only to find out that his boss is in a real state. What seemed like a normal day at work suddenly becomes a lot more worrying when Harry sees just how bad things have gotten. Meanwhile, Nigel's in a good mood after a successful date and fills Patrick and Yolande in on the details, thinking everything's going well for him. But that all changes when he heads over to check on Phil. His mood quickly shifts to devastation when he arrives at the garage and sees his friend being rushed into an ambulance. It's a grim sight, and now Nigel's left reeling, wondering just what has happened to Phil and how things went so horribly wrong so fast. The situation is clearly more serious than anyone could have imagined. 8. Martin feels reflective. Considering their shared history, it's perhaps no surprise that Martin feels the urge to share his latest life development with Stacey. However, his desire to confide in his ex-wife leaves Ruby feeling put out yet again. Later in the week, Martin finds himself chatting away with Stacey as they look back on family and days gone by. 9. Sonia demands answers. Determined to uncover the truth, Sonia begs her Uncle Jack to retrieve a copy of Bianca's video. It's not only that, though, as she also pleads with him to keep Rice in the dark about her request. In the meantime, the mum-to-be pretends to be excited about her fiancé's plans for a playroom before she picks up the footage from Jack. Soon afterwards, she settles down to watch the video, but Rice catches her at the very moment that she plans to start her private viewing. With nowhere to turn, Rice agrees to watch the tape, but Sonia's reaction isn't the one that he was expecting to see. Subsequently, D.I. Xiang arrives at number 45 to inform Sonia that the police have officially issued a search warrant for Bianca, as they hope to charge her with murder. How will she respond to the news? 10. The Panis's face facts. It's a big day for the Panisa family as they all come together for Nish's final will reading. There's a real sense of anticipation in the air, but things quickly take an unexpected turn when the family finds out that Bernie has been included in the meeting. No one could have seen that coming, and it leaves everyone pretty stunned. It's clear that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than anyone initially thought, and the tension in the room is thick. As they all gather for the big reveal, it doesn't take long for each person to be hit with one shock after another. What they learn during the will reading leaves them completely gobsmacked. No one can quite believe what they're hearing, and it's clear that Nish's final words have stirred up a whirlwind of emotions and confusion within the family. The truth has come out, and it's going to take some time for everyone to process just what's really going on. And there you have it, folks. 10 huge spoilers coming your way next week on EastEnders. It's going to be an emotional rollercoaster with secrets being exposed, relationships unraveling, and major twists around every corner. From shock hospital visits to family betrayals, next week's episodes are packed with drama that will leave you gasping for more. Make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming drama. You won't want to miss a single moment in Walford. Trust me, things are about to get intense. See you next time for more spoilers and all the latest gossip.